Brakathe Yahweh, Brakathe Yahweh Shai, Brakathe Yahweh, Brakathe Yahweh Shai, Brakathe Yahweh, Brakathe Yahweh Shai, Call Allah Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. This is Brother McCall from Living Waters Church, and I'm going to get right into it. This is Deuteronomy 28:54, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Okay, so this is one of the curses that God spoke to Moses about to tell the children of Israel. Okay, and these things were going to happen if we did not obey God's. If we did not obey God, this is going to be some of the things you're going to have to deal with. This is one of the curses, right? And these are one of the things that is really simple, right? Because when you follow God and Yahweh Shai, it's impossible to be under this curse, right? Because we know the only way to follow God is through love. Okay, so this curse could never apply to you if you are following Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. So this curse would never, it would not be something that you would have problems dealing with. Okay, because you're going to understand that first and foremost, love is how we get salvation, right? We get salvation through love, right? Through the giving of love to everybody, right? You gotta say, well, no, scripture say we gotta love our brother. We gotta love our neighbor. We gotta love our brothers, right? Scriptures do say that, right? But the scriptures also say that we gotta be like the Father. And the Father loves everybody. He doesn't just love Israel, right? He loves everybody. So Yahweh Shai said we got to be like the Father. So we're going to be like the Father. That means we got to love everybody, right? Just like the one person told Yahweh Shai, even the dogs get the crumbs, right? So everybody's going to everybody's basically going to be eating. If you follow God, everybody's going to be eating. You're going to be feeding people at the table. You're going to be feeding people the crumbs, et cetera, et cetera. But everybody's going to eat. And here's the kicker to that, right? Yahweh Shai knew who's who, right? So he can determine who's an Israelite, who's not an Israelite, right? Because Yahweh does love everybody, right? But he loves Israelite more than anybody. So a case could be easily made to say, well, yeah, we gotta love everybody, but we gotta love the Israelites more than everybody else. Okay, so let's run that for a second. The difference is we don't know who's Israelite and who's not Israelite. So we cannot choose to love somebody less than another person because we don't know who's who. Yahweh Shai knew, so he can say and do the things that he did, right? We don't know, so we got to go live in life assuming that everybody's Israelite, right? So we got to love everybody equally because we don't know who's who. That's literally your best bet, right? So it says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother, right? You go into the word evil. It says with any violent action, right? So this particular evil is going into violent actions, right? So this is what I'm going to do. Go into the word violent. It says violence, by implication, wrong, unjust gain, cruel, to damage, false or injustice, an oppressor, unrighteousness, unrighteous, right, and violence. Now, first, so to break down unrighteous, you gotta determine what's righteous. Righteous is love, right? So anything outside of love is unrighteous, right? So if you are not loving towards people, and again, we know so if you're not loving towards people, you're being unrighteous. And that's what? Evil. It's an evil eye, right? It says cruelty, injustice, right? So this is the way people are going to be looking at people, right? So we can't have our eye evil towards anyone, right? Towards anyone. Yahushua, when he walked the earth, his eye wasn't evil towards anyone. Yeah, he was upset with people, right? But it's being upset and having evil eye are not the same thing. Again, we go into the word evil eye, and it's going into violence. And we go into violence is false, injustice, oppressor, unrighteousness, violence, cruelty. And that's not what Yahushua has ever done to anyone, right? Like I said, yes, he was upset with people, right? But he never was evil towards anybody. There's no scripture you could bring up with Yahushua being evil towards anybody, right? Yahushua beating those people, that's not really evil, right? It's not evil. There's nothing. There's nothing you can name, even with the wicked scribes and the Pharisees that he was coming up against. He had mercy toward. He was being patient towards them because they were coming against him, and he was answering their questions. He was answering their questions. So if somebody truly didn't care for you, they wouldn't answer your questions. They would just walk away, just allow you to stay in your own mind, right, the way you are, right? But no, he tried to break it down correctly for them, and he tried to get them to do things correctly by telling them the right way and not the wrong way. So that in itself right there is love, right? Let me see. This is Galatians 1 and verse 8. It says, but though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. Right? Let's go into accursed. It says, so accursed too. It says a thing devoted to God without hope of being redeemed. Dang. Right? So someone that is in their eyes devoted to God, right? So this is a curse. This is one of the things, a curse. Somebody devoted to God who has no hope of being saved, right? And we know what type of people they are, right? So this is somebody don't serve God, let them be accursed, right? Now, again, one of these things of a curse is a person who in his mind or her mind devoted to God but doesn't have actual hope or chance, I'll use a different word, chance to receive salvation, right? And automatically, when I said this, it made me think about the wicked scribes and the Pharisees. Like they believe in their mind, oh, we're doing these things for God, right? We're doing these things for God, so we're going to get salvation. But so in their mind, they are devoted, right? But in reality, they're not doing the things worthy of salvation, right? They're accursed, right? And that's what a lot of people, they think they're devoted to God, but they're really accursed, okay? Because the only way to serve God is love, right? So if you're not in love, you're not serving God. You're not going to be redeemed via keeping the dietary law. You're not going to be redeemed by keeping the Sabbath. You're not going to be redeemed by keeping the Passover. Not saying we don't do these things, right? But what I'm saying is those things are not going to get you salvation, right? Love is what gets you salvation. That's what gets you redemption, right? Because what does redeem mean, right? Redeem means to be bought back. And the only way to be bought back is love, because you got to prove yourselves worthy, right? The only way to prove yourselves worthy is love. The law is not going to prove you worthy. Nobody is justified through the law. Scripture says that. Nobody's justified through the works of the law. So there's no way to be redeemed via the law. We're not even under the law. How are you going to be redeemed by something you're not even under? Let's go over here. 2 Timothy 4:3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust, they shall heap to themselves teachers having itching ears, right? And these are the times that we're in right now. People don't endure sound doctrine, right? They want to try to do things according to what they believe is right, what they feel is right, right? They're not enduring sound doctrine. Doctrine according to Yahweh Shem Shai, right? Doctrine according to love, right? Because that's the proper doctrine. That's the doctrine that we are supposed to follow, we're supposed to be under. Let's go to the word sound. Of Christians, verse A. Of Christians whose opinions are free from any mixture of error. And what's the error according to a Christian, right? The error according to Christian is anything outside of love, right? Because a Christian is somebody who follows the Lord. And what is the Lord all about? The Lord is all about love, right? So error will be the opposite. You're messing up. You're falling. You're missing the mark, right? So to miss the mark of Yahweh Shai is to not love. Okay, so in order to be sound, you have to love all and everybody, right? But with that, I want to try to come back with a part 2 with that. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Shalom.